to my YouTube channel, the Printing Bureau. None of what I'm going to say is financial advice, guys. You always have to do your own research. Take what I'm going to say with a pinch of salt. This is just what I'm doing. I normally don't do 2 videos, but I did a video yesterday with some forecasts. And for the cryptos, because obviously cryptos moves very quickly, and also cryptos completes on a Sunday, it's very tricky to do forecasts on a Saturday. But I did one on a Saturday. And I want to do a further update today, because just for cryptos, because things are changing, and I want to actually show you why in this video. So let's go to Bitcoin, right? So let's go to Bitcoin. Bring my Bitcoin up here, and I've drawn some stuff for you guys, right? So the way I trade, I look for 3 levels, 3 clear level drops in price, a retest, and then of course I think that's what I look for. We've done level 1. I've marked it for you here. So level 1, level 2, level 3. We may have a kind of a pullback into somewhere here, maybe, so 65 200 or 65, somewhere there, 65.5 is possible. That gives you your kind of your higher low, and then of course you sling off, and then you kind of test it for a while. So we'll probably play around here for a little bit before we actually finally just rocket off. So I just want to also show you the setup for the last time we had we hit an initial all-time high and retraced. So if you go back to 2021, so let's move our stuff to 2021. Sorry for the glare, but it's gonna be 2021. We want 2021, so we've got a bit of movement to happen. This is 2022. Okay, so this is the face that I want to show you. So guys, if you enjoy this content, click the subscribe button, and obviously like the video as well. So last time round we had initial all-time here, so that was an initial all-time high. We retraced backwards, and then we moved up. Now what we've currently done is this side here, right? So we moved up, and we're doing the retrace here before the next moonshot. All right, now what you see here, and when you break it down, is you see that we've got 1 drop, then we had 2 somewhere there, that one there, and then if you just go into it, we have a 3rd drop, but the 3rd drop is your higher high. I mean, there's a 3rd drop here. If I just move this out of the way a bit, there's a 3rd one here. So you got 3 drops, 1 there, 2 here, and a 3rd drop, and a lower high, and then off you went, right? So that scenario is what I'm looking for in the current setup. And as you can see, we had a trend line there. So once you break above the trend line, you're into a new move. So let's go back to recent setup, right? Let's go back to the current setup we've got. So the current setup here, there we go. So again, I've just drawn my trend line above it. As you can see, I've got my trend line. So trend line is up. So as soon as we break above this line and retest it, that is confirmation that we're going up. So that's what I'm watching for at the moment, guys. I think, we are probably there in terms of where Bitcoin pulls back to. So, I don't expect anything below 64K anymore. This station is where I'm loading up. And I'll also show you why on some of the alts. So if we go and pick some of the alts that I'm buying, for example, if we pick like FET, for example, Fetch AI, and if we pick FET on the same time zone, right? So what you can see again is, we've done 3 clear drops, that is 1 drop, that is 2, right? And we've got our 3rd drop and a further drop. That tells me that we are there in terms of, a bottom for this coin. So, I think yesterday's video FET, I think yesterday's video, did I put a forecast on it? FET, yeah, I did forecast that FET will fall to 125. No, I don't think it falls to 125 anymore. The bottom is in. The bottom is in on FET, 1.388. So those people who bought that, kudos to you, I think, so I don't think we go below that. So that call for a drop to 125 is not going to happen. I don't expect it to happen. I expect us to bounce from here, and into next week. I do expect us to keep on going. Maybe first of all we kind of test this point, the 167, have a retrace back to maybe the 150, then sling off again to somewhere in the 190s. So that's what I'm looking for currently on Fetch AI. So the call rather is for us to hit 168, and I think the rise that I spoke about in yesterday's video was for 160. So that 165 area, between 160 165 as an initial bounce area. I'd expect that for this coming week. Let's also look at some of the other ones I talked about. I talked about BOBA. BOBA, again, is one of the coins that I'm busy buying. So if you go again and look at that, you can see that it's a very similar story as well. So we've got our one drop, two drops. I don't count these, they are too close. And we've got a third drop as well, right? So, and I do expect us to, if I just make this bigger, I do expect us to sling off from here. And I think next week, I expect a rise to at least the 3031 mark on BOBA. I don't expect a fall, I expect a rise. So that's BOBA. I also did talk about SUKU. So SUKU, let's go into and find my SUKU. So SUKU is another one which again is ready in terms of a buying place. So again, you can see this is your first drop there, second drop, we've had a third drop, and you've had quite a few drops further down, right? And you can see your RSI is now in the oversold region as well. So that is a very good sign to start accumulating and buying. So I do expect this to go up. I expect SUKU, yesterday's video, I did say SUKU was going to rise to the 0.098. And look, we're already at 0.09. But actually, I don't expect this to fall below this price point. I expect this to actually go up and test somewhere around the 10.0 mark. That's where I expect us to go on BOBA. And I also SOLANA. I also give a call on SOLANA, which I want to have a look at. SOLANA. So where's my SOLANA? Here we go. So SOLANA, SOLANA, obviously, again, it's also done. This is one drop, this is two, this is three. And we're having a dead cross on SOLANA. So I do expect SOLANA to pull back into somewhere around the 140 area. A good buy. If you get it at 140, you are potentially double bottom 140, maybe somewhere there. SOLANA is going to be more a slight pullback on it. I'll probably say double bottom 139, somewhere there between 139 and 141. I think it's a buy for me on SOLANA, and then I expect us to sling off from here. So that's SOLANA's update for you there. Ethereum. So if I go back here and pick my Ethereum. So Ethereum, we can see one drop there, one drop here, another drop here. So we've had our 3 drops on 12 hours, and it's kind of bounced off. I did say that Ethereum would rise to 3568. 3568 has already been hit. 3593. It's already been hit, right? So, but the pullback, I don't expect the pullback on Ethereum to take us back to the kind of 250 anymore. Now I think the best we will probably get is a retest of the 200 MA, which is around 3430. So 34 somewhere here, a retest of it. I think probably you will be lucky to get that, and then you sling off. I think that's what's going to happen on Ethereum. And then PEPE. So PEPE, let's see what's happened to PEPE overnight, because crypto is 24/7. So unfortunately, I think it's best for me to do these calls on a Sunday rather than a Saturday. Again, PEPE, again, very similar story. You've dropped one there, you've dropped two there, you've dropped three here. And, we've kind of pulled back in and trying to go up. We did say if PEPE would rise to the 14, and I'll still maintain that 14 as a rise on PEPE. And 11, a fall to the 11 mark, exactly, we've hit the 11 mark anyway. So I do expect the continuation to go on. I mean, you could have a cheeky entry here at 11.11. A cheeky entry there, and market makers might wick us down, and you might collect your order. So that is PEPE for you there. I also spoke about SEI, so let me just give an update on SEI. SEI, where is my SEI? SEI, where are you? You're here. Okay, so SEI again. If we look at this properly on a bigger screen, let's see what we got here. So SEI, it's dropped again. It's dropped quite. The levels on SEI, you can see right from the top here. Even if you don't decide to count it up to this, or we count, even if we say we're counting this drop here, one drop, two, and three, right? And we bounce back to the same level. I do expect us to bounce from here. I don't expect us to go any lower. I think SEI, I did predict 0.38. I don't see 0.38 anymore. I don't think we'll hit 0.38. We did go down to 0.40, and I think that is the bottom. You have a double bottom scenario here, and you bounce up from there. You're going to bounce from here. So I think from here, SEI continues its move up. Initial target of 4.6 is I mean, you could have an initial target of 4.38, and then you move on. But I think by the end of the week, SEI probably hits 4.6 by the end of the week. So we expect around 4.6 by the end of the week. It will probably go higher, but that's a conservative target. I also spoke about BONK, I think, BONK. So let's look at BONK. So BONK, let's have a look at BONK. So BONK, yeah, it's dropped, three clear levels. This is one, this is two, this is three. So we've got three level drops there. And I don't see BONK going to 0.22 anymore. 0.23 will probably the bottom. From here, if you're lucky, you could put a cheeky order in around the 2360, 2362. And market makers might try a wick down and collect your order, but I do expect it to kind of continue to go up. So I think the initial target I put for the rise on BONK was I didn't put a rise on that, but I think now a rise back to the 50-day 200 moving average 2.6 I think is on the cards for this week. We'll test that this week, and then we'll see whether there's enough energy to break it to the upside. So that's BONK for you there. I think I also spoke about ONDO. So let's have a look at ONDO and see what ONDO is doing. ONDO, is it down here? No, ONDO. ONDO, where is ONDO? There we go. So ONDO, right? So ONDO is done, that's one fall there, one fall there, one fall here. So, I mean, ONDO is also done 3 level drops on this 12-hour chart. Let's zoom out and we see what's going on here. So, volume is increasing a little bit. So maybe ONDO has a bit more falling on it, slightly, not a lot. I think, you know, maybe a double bottom scenario of, you know, 113 is probably what's likely to happen. So if you wanted, this one has got, I think we'll probably come down and test this particular price here. So, you know, I will probably put an order in around 113.5, one slightly below that, 112 maybe, somewhere there. You know, is where probably you will get it, and then after that it slinks off and starts going back up. As you can see, all these coins have different setups. You know, some are likely to go up, some are likely to fall a little bit more, and this one is one that will fall a little bit more, just a tiny little bit more, but not much. So that's ONDO. I also, I think, covered True, right? So True, I did cover True. So True, so we spoke about True yesterday, and you know, True is done. You know, that level drop there, that level drop here. So unfortunately, True has got a bit of, I think, a bit more falling to come on it. This coin will fall a bit more. It's not ready yet in my eyes to go up. So this one probably is a short for me. Still a short for me on this one. I did say that True would fall to the 17.2, and you know, we've got 17.5. So weekly target probably already, the Saturday forecast already been hit there or thereabout in terms of the fall. I think because of the, you know, push up in price, maybe it bounces back up. So if you want to really short this, I think you should be looking at an entry around 0.19. I'd probably say 920, you know, 0.20 would be a good entry for a short on this one. This one is got a bit more falling to come on it. At the very least, I think, you know, 0.16, that area, somewhere here, 0.17, 11, you know, triple bottom type scenario, maybe here, you know, between here 16.5 and 17.0. I think that's probably where you'll fall to. So that's True for you in terms of an update. Reindeer, I also gave an update on Reindeer as well, so let's just have a quick look at it before. And Reindeer, so Reindeer, we've got our, you know, from there to there, that's one, that's two, that's three. So even if we got 1, 2, 3, we've got 3 drops, 3 clay drops, and you know, we're getting a bullish candle forming at the moment. So you know, lower high type scenario, bullish candle. So if this candle stays the same into tomorrow, then Reindeer goes up. You know, if you see this candle maintain like this, then of course you have an upside journey. And I think, you know, Reindeer then goes up to, you know, 870, somewhere in the 870, somewhere in the, you know, 880 for the week. So Reindeer is also looking bullish for me. So you know, my 840 target rise is going to, like, it's modest from yesterday, and I think that will be hit. I don't expect a fall to 740 anymore. I don't see that. It's not going to happen. This is all we're going to get, which is the what, 774. That's the best we're going to get on this. But you're going to bounce here for a while, you know, 774, 770. So you know, if you've not missed anything, you know, 770, 780 as an entry point, I think you will feel, and it will take you up. Yeah. So that's Reindeer for you there. I think there was one last one I spoke about. Is that? I think those are all the coins I spoke about. Jasmine is the last one I haven't spoken about. Jasmine. So Jasmine, let's have a quick look at that. So Jasmine, as you can see on Jasmine, I like the setup. You know, I think Jasmine has done the level drop. We bounced up, we've come back in, we're forming a bullish candle. For me, I think Jasmine is going to go up. I think yesterday I said Jasmine would fall to the 0.29. Where did we get to? We got to 0.33. I think that's as good as we're going to get it. I mean, if you're lucky, you can get a wick back into somewhere here, which is 326. But if this bullish candle forming stays, then we're off. And I think next week minimum target for the week is 37. 3.7 is the minimum target, and I do expect this to continue after that into somewhere around the 0.04 area. So this is quite a good long trade, and you know, it's one that I probably will be taking myself on this one. So that's an update on JASMY. So I think that's an update for the crypto bros in terms of some of the things I'm seeing. You know, I like the trend line here. So if we break above it, a good solid break above it, then we're into a new run. So excuse me. I hope you find the content useful. Click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and you know, into the coming week, like I say, if I see anything, I'll do an updated video and I'll post it for you guys. Okay, have a great week. All the best.